I've worked in Grandpa's shop for most of my life. It's been the first job for not just me, but all my siblings and most of my cousins. Grandpa runs a little pawn shop downtown, the kind of place that sells antiques as well as modern stuff, and he does pretty well. I don't think I've ever seen him worry about paying rent, and he pays us kids better than any other place in the neighborhood. All the other kids quit eventually, but I stuck around. Grandpa always said I had a knack for it. You keep at it, kid, and someday this old shop will be yours. Grandpa and I live above the shop. He offered me the spare room after Grandma died, and every evening, we'd sit with a beer and he'd tell stories. He loved that old radio. It never made a sound, though, and when I asked why he kept it, he told me it was special. One night, after the rain started, he finally told me why. Flashback begins. Grandpa's story unfolds in a sepia tone. Chicago in the 1960s. The street is slick with rain, and the young version of Grandpa stands in the shop. In 1962, Grandpa's father, my great-grandpa, ran the shop with my Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry was different. He had a taste for strange items, like an old German radio. Not just any radio, a spirit radio. The man who sold it demonstrated its power. A drop of blood on the crystals, and it predicted a baseball score with eerie accuracy. Uncle Terry started using it to win bets. He won, over and over. But the price was more than money. The camera zooms in on Terry's increasingly bloodied hands, wild eyes fixed on the radio. Terry became obsessed, feeding it more and more blood. My great-grandfather warned him, but Terry wouldn't stop. His questions turned darker until one night he demanded the radio tell him when he would die. No answer. Desperation consumed him. And then, one day, we came home to find out what he'd done. Grandpa's voice trembles as the scene shows blood pooling on the floor, the spirit radio glowing softly. Terry had sacrificed their mother. The radio, the obsession, had driven him to murder. My father confronted him, and in the heat of that moment, he killed Terry, too. Silence lingers, the rain tapping at the window. Back to the present. The glow of the radio flickers. Grandpa never used it again. He hid it, the bowl, the crystals. The shop went on, but every time it rains, I remember.